Thanks for joining the OneScreen channel. Today we're going to discuss OneScreen Touchscreen for education. OneScreen Touchscreen is an unbeatable, interoperable, plug-and-play smart screen for affordably building out your digital classroom. Let's jump into the hardware and software of the product. All of our OneScreen touchscreens come standard with the original LG IPS LED panel. They also include 4K resolution, 20 points of touch, and heavy-duty thick anti-glare glass surfaces. They also come with two front-facing 15-watt Dolby branded speakers for premium audio output. A couple of dummy stylus pins are included as well. This allows you to annotate and mouse directly on the board if you don't always want to use your finger. Best part is there's no batteries or electronics in them, so they're very durable at that point. We also have optional onboard computers. They have i7 Intel processors, one's a 7th gen, one's a 4th gen, and they incorporate Windows 10 Pro, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 256 gig solid state drive. Moving on, we can easily access our OneScreen home screen just by a flick of a finger. This brings you to the main page on our OneScreen platform. 3 HDMI inputs, a VGA and a DisplayPort input, and a one-touch directly into our Android 6 operating system. We can access our full-fledged Google Play Store where the teachers can go ahead and log in with their G Suite credentials, and there's a multi-user sign-in as well, so if you have multiple teachers using the screen, each teacher can sign in accordingly. You have access to YouTube, Chrome, a whiteboarding tool, and eShare. eShare is a premium support tool that allows you to have all of your bring your own device situations in your class for your students to stream wirelessly onto the screen. So whether they have smartphones, tablets, Chromebooks, or laptops, your students can stream up onto the screen 1, 2, or 4 at a time so they can go ahead and present their information. Additionally, with the flick of a finger, I as the teacher can go ahead and annotate directly on top what they're streaming. So this adds for a very powerful application for all your classes that happen to have students bringing in their devices. And with the flick of a finger, I can easily get out of eShare and out of our Android platform and jump right back into Windows. Now, the main thing to remember here is with our touchscreen, you are going to connect either a PC or a Mac. And you can do so with the cables that come standard with it like HDMI and USB. Once you connect your computer to this guy, you then have the ability to download and install our OneScreen Annotate tool. This is going to be the tool that you're going to use for our educational purposes. Now, as an example, I can bring up, let's say, an educational website. And remember, you can bring up anything you want to that's on your computer. It doesn't matter what it is, and at any time, I have the ability to go ahead and annotate directly on top of it. So whether I want to circle something, highlight something, make a note about something, it doesn't make a difference. I can do so, whether it's with my finger or with this pen. Likewise, I can transition right into a whiteboarding screen. Maybe I want to write out some sentences or do some math problems. Doesn't make a difference. Whatever I want to do, this is my whiteboarding tool. I also have some additional pins like text pen. And just to show you what I did above, I'm going to do it again, but with the text pen to show you that it can automatically pop into text for me. And of course, if I want to write any words otherwise, I can do the same thing. There's also an intelligent pen. As I were to draw any shape, it's going to go ahead and recognize that shape and make it nice and clean. Everything that you draw on this screen is something that can be moved, manipulated, resized, reshaped, etc. And better yet, I have a scrollable whiteboard surface. This gives me a ton of area to work. So as I'm writing things down, as I'm doing math problems, I have a lot of elbow room to utilize. I have a dual pen application for multiple students to be able to access this. And I have the ability to have a split screen, so that way I can actually have two students at the screen drawing their own thing, whether they're working out a math problem or maybe putting down the verbs and nouns in a sentence structure that you had written at the top. You have the flexibility to create either a dual or a triple screen application. Some other feature sets that we can go ahead and employ is our gallery. This has the ability to go ahead and access Google Images. In this case, I happen to type in first grade math, and from there, I have the ability to drag and drop information directly onto the screen. Now, you can do this with anything. As you know, with Google Images, you type in a person, a place, a thing, a phrase, it's going to come up with something, and then you have the ability to go ahead and not only resize this, but I can go ahead and add things to it as well, just by writing on there also. Now, from here, I have the ability to also record things that are on the screen, screen crop, and I have the ability to go ahead and save everything that we've done. So right now, as an example, everything that we did earlier is automatically saved. I can turn these into PDFs, into JPEGs, any other kind of formats, and I can email them out, put them on network folder, And I also have the ability to save it within the format of the software so that it's editable in the future. I can make it a living document. So if the bell rings and I'm not quite done, I can revisit this exact same information the next day and hit the ground running. So from here, one last thing to note is that each teacher, if there's multiple teachers, they do have the ability to adjust and customize this toolbar. So you can put as many tools on here as you want to, save your profile, so anytime you're going to use the screen, you have the ability to access it. And finally, OneScreen is unique in that we offer a robust capacity building program for teachers through our real-time training sessions and technical support, whether you want to learn just one tool or need a detailed training. It's as easy as one click on our Screen Skills Guru link. And remember, OneScreen Touchscreen ships with a complete software package for distance and blended learning, screen sharing, annotating, polling, recording, saving, remote management, and more. That's all ready to enable. Thanks again for joining us. And as always, all of our OneScreen solutions include free, unlimited, on-demand Screen Skills Guru support and training via audio, video, chat, email, or phone.